practice. And remember, getting new patients is important. We can't get to the point to where we no longer take patients. Because if you remember yesterday, we lose 5 to 20% of our patients every single year. We lose them to another practice, we lose them because they move, we lose them because they go into service, we lose them for a lot of different reasons. Not always through fault or anything like that, but we lose them. So we've got to have the internal marketing that wows them and wants them to stay. Where they can walk into any other practice, it is not your dentistry that will keep patients with you, it's how you make them feel when they're with you. They can get dentistry anywhere, they can get their teeth cleaned anywhere, they can only get you where you work. And people buy you. They buy you, they buy your personality, they buy the attitude, they buy the feeling they get when they walk into your office. How do you brand yourselves internally from the phone to the walkout statement? How do you brand yourselves internally, and how do you prove your external marketing message through the experience they have in your practice? See, external marketing will get the phone to ring. Once your phone is ringing, your external marketing has done its job. Now the person at the front must be skilled at converting that phone call into a scheduled patient. And once the patient shows up, everyone on the team owns the responsibility to make sure they never go away. And it's not always easy, but it is simple. Not always easy, but it is simple. It's just some core principles that you repeat over and over and over again. Okay? So you can get more new patients to your practice, and there are many more examples in your workbook of ways to get new patients. Okay? And when you start working with a coach, if you choose to do so, we will coach you on, based on your brand, based on who you are, based on the patients that you want, which of these you really want to leverage and how you want them designed. Does that make sense? Yes? Second way you can grow your practice is through more frequency. So you can get new patients to go in the door. You can also get your new patients to come visit, or your existing patients to come visit you more often. Now, in this industry, how do we get patients to visit us more often? How do you get your existing patients to visit you more often, to increase the frequency with which they come and see you? We reactivate them! Boom! Give her 5 tickets.
Yay!
Give him 2.
All right. Dr. B.
Alan. That is exactly right. We reactivate them. We reactivate them into hygiene. We reactivate their treatment plans. That's how we increase the frequency of the 60 to 70% that aren't coming in now. You can also send email reminders, educational information through your emails. You can send them special offers for elective services that insurance does not pay for. Things like veneers, cosmetics, whitening, Oracare, all of these products that we offer. You get them to come in and do those things, they'll come see you more frequently. When I left your office last week, I see you guys. It was this week.
No, it was
Wednesday. No, it was Thursday. Good Lord. It was Thursday. I know it was in Concord in the morning and Harrisburg in the afternoon. So it was Wednesday. But as we were sitting there, and I was in Harrisburg talking to Michelle and Amanda, this patient came in and they looked at each other and was like, "What are you doing here?" They were like, you know that look like the patient walks in and you don't want her to relive. What are you doing here? And she came to pick up a couple of bottles of Clenpro. And when she walked up, Amanda quickly said, "You know what? You ought to get 4 because we've got buy one, get one free." And guess what the patient said?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we can implement nutritional programs, nutritional supplements that support bone health, nutritional supplements that support systemic health, nutritional supplements that, remember I said, if you are in the business of just getting patients out of pain, you're going to be extremely limited. If you can orient them toward health, your practice will flourish forever. So these are ways to do that. Plan for health. Plan for health is a way that if you can create more or less a membership program in your practice, so they're not at the mercy of their insurance plan, they're not at the mercy of that. You have a membership plan whereby they pay a monthly premium to you. They get so much of their preventative work. They get so much of a discount off of their restorative. And it's a way to keep them coming back in more often. Keep them coming back time and time again. So you can increase your new patients. You can increase the frequency with which they visit your office, or you can increase the amount they buy each visit. You can increase the amount they buy each visit. And again, you can increase your fees, which, by the way, unless you are strictly fee-for-service, when you increase your fees, you also have to do something else. You can't just increase your fees and say, okay, well, it's time to increase fees. If you increase fees and don't increase value, you can price yourself out of the market. Additionally, if you increase fees but you don't go back and negotiate with your insurance plans to get a higher reimbursement rate, then you increased your fees and really didn't increase your bottom line collections. You'll increase your collections ever so slightly, but it will not be the impact that you expect. Okay? Now we can do a fee, like a fee analysis, kind of tell you where you are. Are you in the 30th percentile? Are you in the 50th? Are you in the 80th? And the percentile in which you fall should mirror your standard of care, your patient experience, your office brand, and all of these promises that you make in all of your external marketing. So you can increase fees. You can expand your services. You can start offering more. You can start doing ortho in-house instead of referring it out. You can start doing implants instead of just extractions or bridges. You can expand what you offer. You can do various forms of, let's say, cancer screenings for your hygiene department. They have all kinds. How many of you are really good at, I guess, educating your patients on the value of oral cancer screens when you know what their health history is and you know what their lifestyle is? How many of you are good at that? And by good, I mean how many of you get patients to do it, even when their insurance won't pay?
Not for oral cancer detection.
Now, are you doing just a visual, or are you using like Oral ID, or are you using Invisalign? Visual. So yeah, you could add some technology there which gives you a better gauge. Because the truth is, if oral cancer is at the stage where you can see it visually, what stage is it usually in?
3 or 4.
A lot of times it's a little bit more advanced than that. Now, perhaps you can catch it, but some of the newer technologies allow us to detect it when it's in the starting stages. We catch it early enough, we can completely eradicate it, true or false? True? Yeah. So offering more services, adding a product line where you're not just limited by the services that you offer, but you have take-home products that support their health between their hygiene visits. Better enrollment skills, better education skills, better at finding out what is important to your patients. See, in most dental practices, we try to convince patients through data and knowledge and logic. True or false? We try to convince them or enroll them that way. And we shared with you earlier, people don't make decisions based on logic. They make decisions based on emotion, and they justify based on logic. We can logic ourselves into any decision, even really stupid ones. True or false? I mean, we can justify anything. I can remember a friend of mine was talking about he just lost his job, but he loves to fish. And he found another job, didn't pay as much as his old job, but he found a new job and he liked to fish, so he found this boat. And he goes and he finds out the boat is worth $10,000, and it's got a $6,500 sticker on it. And so in his mind he says, oh, this is great. I'm getting it like 40% off. It's actually worth 10. I only had to put 65 into it. Oh, this is a great investment. No, baby, it's not. Those do not appreciate in value. You don't have $6,500. You just want to go fishing. That's what he wanted. That was his emotional reason. I want to go fishing. But he tried to justify saying, oh, it's 40% off. And we do that too, don't we? We will go buy makeup we don't need to get a free gift we don't want.
A bag that sits in your closet.
That's right, that we never even use. True or false?
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Or we will buy a dress on sale at the clearance rack, right? We'll buy a dress because it's 70% off. How many of you have ever done this? You didn't really like it. It didn't really fit right. You didn't really like the way it made your butt look, but you bought it anyway because it was 70% off and you didn't wear it. Anybody ever done this? See, we can logic ourselves into believing anything. And we do it based on emotion. So when we can get good at finding out what is important to our patients, what do they really value, what emotional need are they trying to meet? And we become the answer to having them meet that need. That is what enrollment is. Yes, ma'am?
And this is thinking outside of the box, and a lot of us, you know, sometimes we need to go there in order to be able to provide the services that our patients desire. And so I'm not saying that you need to go start this, but I'm just going to share an example of what one dental office does that Dr. B and I are working with. And they are a dental spa, okay? So you're thinking, what is a dental spa? Well, they did it with the mindset, and it's fairly new practice, but they did it with the mindset of working mothers or working women, always on the go, always looking out for the kids. So while the children are in there getting their teeth worked on, moms can get their nails done, or they can get their toes painted, or they can even get a massage, okay? So yes, that is in this office. Now they've also put together packages because they think, okay, let's think bridal. You know, we've got the bride, we've got her party coming up. Maybe they want their teeth whitened so they look really pretty for the wedding. But while they come in, we'll put a package together, the spa deal. You know, come in, get your nails done, get a massage while the girls are getting teeth whitened, and you just kind of do this rotation of a package deal. So, you know, they might be coming for the massage and the nails, but they're getting their teeth whitened too. So that's an opportunity for new patients, you know, to bring them into their practice and be able to offer other services. So again, it's just thinking outside the box. I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but these might be some things where you're thinking, okay, wow, well, they went there. Well, maybe I can go here based on maybe what we see in our area, in our community, and where our patients are concerned.
And what's funny is Dr. Gillespie pulled me over at the break and he said, you know, explain something to me. He said, you know, as you were asking those questions about, you know, when we were going through the financial arrangements and the financial policies, he pulled me over and he said, you know, I was noticing as you were asking these questions, and every time you would say something, my hand would go up and I'm like, yeah, we did that last week. Yep, we did that yesterday. Yep, they did that a month ago. He said, but as we were going through that, I noticed almost everyone in the room was raising their hands. He said, how did we get in this position? How did we get trained this way? And I said, because most of the time, and this is just an assumption, I said because most of the time, dentists go to the conventions with other dentists, and they go to the CE courses with other dentists, and over lunch they say, well, we have this problem in our office, what do you guys see? And this guy says, oh yeah, we see the same thing, and so they reinforce that limiting belief. And they say, well, since he does it, and I do it, it must be the way it's done. Right? And so we just, it's kind of like when someone is contemplating divorce. who do they usually go talk to? Other divorced people.